Thinking about packing up and moving, but not sure where to go? Well, good news. Today we're diving into the top 20 best U.S. cities to live in, according to Americans. That's right, real people. Not stats and not real estate agents trying to sell you a fixer-upper that's missing a roof. We ran a survey and we asked people simply, what is the best city to live in? We got about 4,200 replies. They had over 250 cities to choose from. Some of these cities you'll probably expect, and others you might say, wait, seriously? And that's fine. Everyone has a different experience in their hometown. Either way, grab a snack, get comfy, and let's see where Americans actually want to live, and maybe where you should too. Got it? Get it? Good. Let's take a look. Number 20, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now this one's kind of strange because a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week, I did a video where I explained Pittsburgh kind of sucks right now. And that's from a statistical standpoint. This is people's feelings, and a lot of people love Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is like a kid who went from a flannel-wearing metalhead to a tech bro overnight, and somehow pulled it off to a degree. Once a poster child for Rust Belt decline, this city has somewhat reinvented itself with a thriving tech sector, affordable housing, and enough bridges to keep your GPS confused for a month. This city mixes old school grit with new school ambition. Think Google offices tucked between historic brick buildings and hipster cafes with exposed pipes and ironic decor. One thing that just about everyone that left a comment about Pittsburgh, they brought up their sports teams. Sure, some of you think a sports team, why the hell do I care about that? A lot of people do. Mick said, no better place to grab a beer in a game, any game. We'll watch LARPing if they're wearing black and yellow. Pittsburgh received 54 votes. Boston, Massachusetts. Boston is what happens when colonial history collides with overpriced real estate and people who yell at you for fun. But if you look past the cost, you've got world-class education, top-tier hospitals, and seafood that doesn't taste like freezer burn. The city basically oozes history. Every cobblestone has its charm and its story. If you're from California and you see a sign that says Go Sox, that's not reminding you should wear socks. It's actually the Red Sox play here. And I noticed that was it was during baseball season, but I saw signs like that everywhere last time I went. Lyle said Ben Franklin liked it, so it can't be all bad. Boston got 77 votes. Seattle, Washington. This one kind of baffled me. I like Seattle, lived there for a few months once. Welcome to the land of coffee, coding, and constant drizzle. Seattle's got some big names like Amazon and Microsoft, but it also has enough nature to make you feel like a Pacific Northwest lumberjack. If lumberjacks wore Birkenstocks and drank cold brews. You got Puget Sound, mountain views, and enough fresh seafood to make you actually sick of seafood. Just budget for vitamin D supplements and windshield wipers. Anissa said, oh my god, is this a Briggs survey? I hope so. I live in Seattle and it is expensive, but I love it. I also make a good salary as an MD, so I'm sure my view is a little different than most. Seattle got 85 votes. Number 17, New York City. Yeah, people love New York City. Despite all its problems, traffic, real estate prices, crime, high sky costs of everything, people still love this city. I've visited just recently, stayed for a few days. That's not getting the whole living there experience, but I could see why some people would love it. I mean, don't bash it till you've been there. Things were terribly expensive, and Times Square is a frickin' joke. Everyone you talk to in Times Square is trying to get money out of you. And I'm not talking about going into shops, just walking down the street. Someone's gonna try and strike up a conversation with you. Act like you don't speak English and move on. Paul said, if you are a sissy, you can't live in the Big Apple. And if you call it the Big Apple, unironically, you can't live here either. New York City got 87 votes. Tampa, Florida. Tampa is Florida's answer to, what if my retirement community threw a rave? You get sunshine, sports, Cuban sandwiches, and a decent shot at not being eaten by an alligator. Just don't buy real estate in a flood zone, you'll be fine. Eli said, get a parrot shirt and sandals, then enjoy the sun and no state income tax. Tampa, Florida got 98 votes. Number 15, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Virginia Beach combines the best parts of coastal living with reliability of the military paycheck. It's family-friendly, touristy in the summer, and calm the rest of the year. Just avoid the boardwalk in July unless you want to be part of someone else's vacation photos. Nobody left comments about Virginia Beach, but Virginia Beach got 113 votes. Number 14, Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte is where barbecue and banking somehow coexist. It's one of the fastest growing cities in the country for a reason. Jobs are booming and the housing market is still under control. Just remember that the city has a long-term relationship with construction cranes, so expect traffic and detours with your sweet tea. Lori simply said, it doesn't suck.
Charlotte, North Carolina got 116 votes.
Number 13, Madison, Wisconsin. Madison is where hospitality meets mad scientist vibe. It's a college town with a booming biotech scene. It's perfect for those who love craft beer, frozen lakes, and the occasional intellectual flex. And yes, it snows a lot. Sharon said, I lived in a few college towns because of work. Madison isn't nearly as bad as the others. Madison got 119 votes. Number 12, Denver, Colorado. Ah, Denver, the land of legalized everything, mountain selfies, and oat milk lattes. The real estate here is a little expensive, but you're paying for the elevation, both literally and recreationally. Between hiking, skiing, and live music, there's always something going on. Just don't be too shocked if your barista is a man with a bun in his hair and a master's degree in environmental policies. Tyler said, it's the Mile High City for two different reasons. Denver got 122 votes. Number 11, Austin, Texas. Austin is basically Portland, Oregon's extroverted cousin with better weather and more tacos. It's the birthplace of Keep Austin Weird and somehow manages to blend tech startups, country music, and food trucks. This is another place that also doesn't have a state income tax. Yeah, no state income tax in Texas. Andy said, it used to be great, now it's just good. Austin got 125 votes. Number 10, Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh is like that reliable friend who also happens to be a secret genius. It's clean, affordable, and booming with tech jobs thanks to the Research Triangle. Add in polite neighbors, craft breweries, and the occasional food truck rodeo, and you've got yourself a low-key paradise. Tyler said, came here for college 15 years ago and never left. Raleigh got 125 votes. Number 9, Carlsbad, California. This one's a little bit of a sleeper. I was kind of surprised about this. I didn't think anyone knew about the place. If you don't know about Carlsbad, it is in between San Diego and Los Angeles, a lot closer to San Diego though, and it's a beach community. It is nice. I've been there quite a few times, and countless times stopping to get gas or something to eat on the way to San Diego. Sarah said, I lived there for 10 years. I plan on moving back because... That's all she said, because. Because what, Sarah? There was another interesting one on here, and the girl was totally wrong. But Kylie said, I'd move to Carlsbad and live near the whole Kardashian world. Either if she's joking or not, she's still wrong. I had to look it up, but the Kardashians actually live at a place called Hidden Hills, which is in Calabasas, not Carlsbad. Calabasas is up there by Los Angeles. Well, north of Los Angeles. Carlsbad got 128 votes. Number 8, San Diego, California, right down the road. If you're going to pay $825,000 for a home minimum, it might as well come with perfect weather, beaches, and tacos. San Diego offers year-round sunshine and a chill vibe that makes even the DMV seem less soul-crushing. Military, biotech, tourism, it's got a little bit of everything, including the dream of never wearing socks again. Sure, it's pricey, but you'll never have to shovel your driveway, and you're not going to freeze to death if your heater breaks. Tim said, if you live here, you'd know. San Diego got 134 votes. I would have expected them to get a lot more. Number 7, Bellevue, Washington. Bellevue is across the lake from Seattle, but a whole world away. Bellevue is where tech money goes to raise a family. Talking about a place where the median home price here is $1.3 million. But for that, you get great schools, clean streets, and hiking trails that make you forget you're a coding zombie. Weldon said, pricey, but worth every dime. Bellevue got 137 votes. Number 6, Flower Mound, Texas. Yes, the name is weird, but the city, practically perfect, with great schools, low crime, and enough parks to make a golden retriever weep. Flower Mound lives up to its floral hype. The homes are a little above the national average, but it sounds like it's worth it, especially considering Texas doesn't have a state income tax. Andy said, we moved there right after college. We'll never leave. Flower Mound got 137 votes.
Anyway, staying informed is important. But let's be real, the news is a mess. It's hard to know which media outlet you can trust. If you don't know, Ground News is an app that pulls together news from all over the world and actually gives you context, like the political leaning, reliability, and the ownership of the source, so you can think critically instead of just taking headlines at face value. I've been using Ground News for years, way before they started sponsoring my channel. I only do sponsorships with brands I actually like, and this one's a no-brainer for me. So why do I like Ground News, you ask? Well, that's easy. The media is ridiculous, let's face it. Ground News doesn't just give me the news, it also shows me how different sides are covering or ignoring the story. For example, there's the blind spot feature that highlights what's being covered or underreported based on political leanings, like this one. If you look at this headline about Trump firing a Trump Organization attorney because he has ties to Harvard. If you don't know, Harvard is taking the Trump administration to court. And if you look at this little bar down here, 25% of the coverage is coming from left-leaning news outlets. 75% are center, like people that are usually right down the middle. And on the right-leaning side, crickets. If you go to ground.news/Briggs, you can get the Advantage plan for only $5 a month. On top of all that, you'll be supporting an independent platform that actually wants to make news coverage more transparent. I mean, that's what we all talk about, more transparent news. There's a link in the description area below, or you could use this fancy QR code. Back to the video.
Number 5, Columbia, Maryland. Columbia is a planned community that somehow isn't creepy. With the median home price that sits around $500,000, it's not a bad price, especially for a planned community. It's diverse, walkable, bike-friendly, and the schools are nice. Your dog will love it, your kids will thrive, and you'll finally get your steps in. Nobody left any comments, but Columbia got 144 votes. Number 4, Plano, Texas. Plano, Texas is a rising star of suburbs. Dallas has a few of them. Plano is one of the more popular ones, and it's a good place to live. Brought it up before, but years ago, Toyota had a campus where I grew up in Torrance, California. Many of my friends worked at that campus, and when Toyota moved its headquarters to Plano, a lot of them went there. I don't think any of them ever moved back. Plano got 147 votes. Number 3, the Woodlands, Texas. Yeah, another Texas place. The Woodlands is north of downtown Houston, and it always seems to be showing up on positive lists these days, along with Conroe, which is right up the road. But if suburban nature had a baby, it would be the Woodlands. Gated and golf course adjacent. It's got top schools, trails, lakes, and a strong don't mess with us HOA culture. If you like Whole Foods, weekend kayaking, and not getting mugged, welcome home. Renee said, we'd like it if you didn't mention us. How pleasant. Not in my backyard. The Woodlands got 151 votes. Number 2, Naperville, Illinois. Naperville is like a suburban cheat code. It's near Chicago, but without the crime and sad baseball teams. You've got safety, top schools, and a quaint charm in bulk. The downtown area is adorable. The public library is top tier, and the whole place feels like it was designed by the Hallmark Channel interns. Jimbo said, you won't believe it until you see it. Naperville got 162 votes. All right, before we get to number 1, if you have not subscribed to this channel, we'd really like it if you did. It's free, and you could hit the little bell notification so you know when we're uploading again. All right, on to number 1. And number 1, Overland Park, Kansas. Yes, this one has a great reputation, phenomenal stats, and anytime you look up lists on the best suburbs, I promise you Overland Park is going to be in the top 10. Who knew Kansas had suburbs like this? Overland Park is shockingly scenic and family friendly. The average home is under $400,000. If you watch this 6 months from now, it might be over because it's really close. It's safe, it's clean, and people are so nice you'd think you've stepped into a sitcom. Until winter. Then it's all ice scrapers and passive-aggressive weather chat. Mike said we keep getting voted the best place to live, so we have to be doing something right. Overland Park got 174 votes. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Now go out, have a great day, be nice to each other.